We are less than 3 weeks or 3.5 weeks out from UFC, Noche UFC 306 in the Sphere, where Alexa Grasso looks to make the first real official defense of her flyweight title. I mean, you could count that second fight as a defense of the belt. I mean, actually, I've counted draws as title defenses, so screw it. I'm going to say second title defense, but getting a defense with a win behind it is more meaningful. And in this video, I just want to talk about her upcoming fight with Valentina Shevchenko. And I'm going to be honest here in this video. I am nervous for Alexa Grasso heading into this trilogy. Now, obviously, I am confident in picking her to win. I picked her to win both times. I was basically correct twice. The judge who gave Grasso a 10-8 in round 5 should have just given her the 4th round, and we wouldn't be in this situation. But I was right the first time, officially, when I predicted her. And I'm going to pick her again. 3rd time's a charm. Well, I got the first one, but you get the point. But the thing is, even with that being said, with being confident, I am also a realist. And I am aware that each of these fights with Valentina Shevchenko were not easy fights. Both fights were equally as tough, with maybe the second fight being tougher. I'm fully aware that in the first fight where she got the finish, Alexa Grasso basically needed a finish to win the first fight. I'm aware that she was down on the cards 2-1, although Grasso in my books was winning the 4th, and there's a possibility she could have won the 5th and then won a decision. But let's just say she wasn't going to win a decision no matter what, and she needed this finish. I am aware that she was down, and then Val threw the spin kick, and then Grasso, like the opportunist she is, she capitalized on a gold opportunity. She took it and ended up in a dominant position, got the sub. But who knows what happens without that, right? I'm fully aware. Oh, okay. Where are the scorecards? Okay, they're right here. Oof. I'm fully aware that the second fight, without who's the judge that screwed up here? Without Mike Bell's mistake, Valentina Shevchenko wins the fight by split decision, and Grasso loses her belt. I'm fully aware that that is what would have happened. If Michael Bell did not mess up, I'm aware Valentina is the champ right now. And I know how these fights were playing out. Like I said, they were equally tough. Valentina Shevchenko is a more complete fighter than Grasso. Grasso is well-rounded too, but Valentina is a better wrestler / grappler than Alexa, and was able to mix up the martial arts, get a lot of takedowns in both fights. And because of those takedowns, she nearly won each fight she had with Alexa Grasso. Now, Alexa has the advantage on the feet when it comes down to her boxing. Yeah, Valentina has better kicks and is kind of better at range, but once Grasso's able to close the distance, get in boxing range, it's wraps for Valentina. And most times than not, if they're standing, Grasso does win. But Valentina is able to adjust and get takedowns. And in this third fight, I am worried that what if it's going to be the same thing where Grasso can't stop the takedowns. And yes, she was able to pull it out the fire in the first fight, get a come from behind submission. Yes, in the second fight, the judges were split. Mike Bell made round 5 a 10-8. But Grasso won that 5th round because she got Val down. But but what if this time around, Alexa's luck against Val kind of runs out? I'm not saying she got lucky twice. She didn't. She won fair and square the first time. In my opinion, should have won the second time, but it was closely contested. But, these two fight 9 out of 10 times. You got to think at some point Valentina is going to win. At least, not even one of those fights. She probably at least wins 4 out of the 10. Grasso, realistically, I'd say wins 6. But what if this third time around is the one where Val does win? Where Grasso can't get a comeback finish. I mean, she couldn't get a finish in the second fight. But what if there's nothing to save her from losing this third fight? Where there's no comeback finish or no judge's mistake, making an unwarranted 10-8 round, which changed the outcome of the fight. What if this time is different? That is what I'm worried about. I know how good Valentina Shevchenko is. She is the best flyweight champ we've ever seen, the greatest women's flyweight of all time. And I lied to myself last year when I said that I care more about Grasso winning the belt than I do her beating Valentina. I acted like beating Val doesn't matter. Chat, I lied, okay? I was dishonest. I mean, yes, I really want her to win the belt and defend the belt. I want her to be champion. I mean, it looks good for the pictures. And the fact that I would have called it, and I was right, I did call it. But her beating Valentina is equally as important as her winning the belt, defending the belt, you name it. Like, this is legacy we're talking here. This is a must win. I want to look back in the history books years from now and say, my girl beat Valentina Shevchenko twice. Okay? She has a lot to prove in this third fight because there's a chance that Val wins. Now, I can't say officially, well, it's 2-1 in favor of Grasso. No, people will say it's 1-1-1. They're basically one apiece officially if Val wins. And a lot of people do write off that first win as a fluke, like it was luck because she was losing until, Val threw the spin kick, right? And then the second fight, a lot of people thought Val was robbed and won. A lot of people think Val is the better fighter, and as a fan, that does frustrate me. So I do want Alexa Grasso to go out there and prove these naysayers wrong. And for her legacy's sake, I want her to beat the GOAT of women's flyweight twice. And I want her to prove that she is right now the best flyweight in the world. If she can beat Val again, solidify her legacy, solidify her reign, legitimize that first win even more, have her second official defense of the belt, although maybe it's one defense, but let's say second defense, draw, and then an actual win behind it. I want that, and then I want her to move forward in this championship chapter against a new opponent. I want her to beat Valentina twice, put this rivalry behind her, and then have a fresh opponent. I do not want her championship story to be, well, she got the fluke win against Val and then shouldn't have got a draw in the second fight, should have lost, and then she finally lost. This fluke champ finally lost to Valentina. I don't want that narrative. I want Grasso to prove herself, to prove everybody wrong, to shut people up, and to show she's the best. But there is a good chance that may not happen. You can't win them all, and Valentina is a beast. And the best Valentina Shevchenko turned up in that second fight. She did not turn up in that first fight. She came to win, okay? She was a demon in that rematch. And I could sit here and say Val's age will show this time and Grasso's in her prime and Val isn't. I'm expecting the best Valentina Shevchenko to show up in this third fight. I'm expecting Valentina to bring hell, but I'm also expecting Grasso to level up from that second fight and meet her in the middle and solidify this win. But I am worried it might not happen because I am realistic. I am aware that she could lose this fight. This is a dangerous matchup. This is one of Grasso's toughest matchups in the division. But if she can perfect her takedown defense in this fight, which is easier said than done because it's been 2 fights, but you got to think 2 fights with Valentina. You got to think that she's been working hard on that defensive wrestling by now. And by the third fight, this is the one where she keeps it standing and pieces up Valentina Shevchenko and is able to keep it to her advantage on the feet and wins. This could be the one, and I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. And of course, I am going to predict Grasso to win. Hopefully all is well and she can win in the Sphere in her homecoming. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But let me know what you guys think in the comments.